The global economy is a dynamic landscape, with certain countries consistently emerging as leaders in growth. Among these, Senegal, China, and Guyana stand out due to their unique economic strategies, demographic advantages, and integration into the global market. This video explores the economic trajectories of these nations, highlighting their growth patterns, challenges, and future prospects. So, here's the list of 10 fastest growing economies in the world. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and comment your thought. Here we go. Number 10. India, a rising economic power. India has established itself as one of the fastest growing major economies in the world. From 2014 to 2024, India's GDP grew from approximately $2 trillion to nearly $4 trillion, marking a 93% increase. The country has maintained an impressive annual growth rate of around 7% over the past decade, with a notable surge of 10.2% in 2024 alone. Key drivers of growth. Demographic advantage. India boasts a young and rapidly growing population, with a median age of around 28 years. This demographic dividend fuels labor supply and consumer demand. Technological advancements. The Indian technology sector has witnessed exponential growth, particularly in information technology, IT, and software services. Major cities like Bengaluru have become global tech hubs. Foreign investment. India has attracted significant foreign direct investment (FDI), bolstered by government initiatives aimed at improving the business environment and infrastructure. Rising middle class. An expanding middle class with increasing purchasing power drives demand for goods and services across various sectors. Challenges to sustain growth. Despite its impressive growth, India faces several challenges. Infrastructure deficiencies. Inadequate infrastructure hampers efficiency in transportation and logistics. Income inequality. Economic disparities persist, with a significant portion of the population still living below the poverty line. Healthcare and education. Improvements in healthcare access and educational quality are crucial for maximizing human capital potential. Future prospects. India's economic outlook remains positive, with projections indicating it could surpass Germany to become the world's third largest economy by 2027. Continued investments in infrastructure, technology, and human capital development are vital for sustaining this growth trajectory. Number 9. China, the economic giant. China's economy has shown remarkable resilience, growing from $10.5 trillion in 2014 to approximately $18.5 trillion by 2024, a 76% increase. Despite a slowdown compared to previous decades, China remains a dominant force in the global economy, with an annual growth rate of 4.9% projected for 2024. Key drivers of growth. Manufacturing powerhouse. China's robust manufacturing sector is central to its economic success. The country is the largest exporter of goods globally, benefiting from economies of scale and low labor costs. Investment in technology. Significant investments in technology and innovation have positioned China as a leader in sectors such as telecommunications and artificial intelligence. Infrastructure development. Extensive infrastructure projects have improved connectivity within China and facilitated trade with other nations. Consumer market expansion. A growing middle class is driving domestic consumption, reducing reliance on exports. Challenges to sustain growth. China faces several challenges that could impact its future growth. Aging population. An aging demographic poses risks to labor supply and economic productivity. Environmental concerns. Rapid industrialization has led to severe environmental issues that require urgent attention. Geopolitical tensions. Ongoing trade disputes and geopolitical tensions could hinder foreign investment and trade relations. Future prospects. While China is expected to continue its role as a key contributor to global economic growth, it must navigate these challenges carefully. Strategic reforms aimed at enhancing productivity and sustainability will be crucial for maintaining its economic momentum. Number 8. Thailand. The emerging economy. Thailand's economy has transformed significantly over the past few decades, evolving from an agriculture-based economy to one that is diversified across industrial and service sectors. From 2014 to 2024, Thailand's GDP grew substantially due to its strategic focus on manufacturing and tourism. Key drivers of growth. Diversified economy. Thailand's economy benefits from a mix of agriculture, manufacturing, especially electronics, and services, notably tourism, which provides resilience against sector-specific downturns. Tourism industry. As one of the world's top tourist destinations, Thailand's tourism sector significantly contributes to GDP and employment. Strategic location. Situated at the crossroads of Southeast Asia, Thailand serves as a hub for trade and investment within the region. Government initiatives. Policies aimed at promoting foreign investment and enhancing infrastructure have bolstered economic growth. Challenges to sustain growth. Despite its successes, Thailand faces several challenges. Political instability. Frequent political changes can create uncertainty for investors. Economic inequality. Disparities between urban and rural areas persist, affecting social stability. Impact of COVID-19. The pandemic severely impacted tourism. Recovery remains uncertain as global travel patterns evolve. Future prospects. Thailand's economic outlook remains cautiously optimistic as it seeks to recover from the pandemic's effects while addressing structural issues within its economy. Continued focus on innovation in tourism and manufacturing will be essential for future growth. Number 7. Indonesia, a growing economic powerhouse. Indonesia, the largest economy in Southeast Asia, has shown remarkable resilience in the face of global economic challenges. As of 2024, Indonesia's GDP is projected to grow by approximately 5.2%, driven by robust domestic consumption and government spending. The country has made significant strides in various sectors, positioning itself as a key player in the global market. Key drivers of growth. Strong domestic consumption. Household consumption plays a vital role in Indonesia's economic growth. In 2024, private consumption is expected to grow by around 4.9%, supported by government cash transfers aimed at maintaining purchasing power. Government investment. The Indonesian government has ramped up public investment significantly, targeting IDR 1,650 trillion, approximately $110 billion for 2024. This includes substantial allocations for infrastructure projects and special economic zones. Exports and trade surplus. Despite a decline in global commodity prices, Indonesia recorded a trade surplus of $36.91 billion in 2023. The export sector remains crucial, with strong performance in goods such as palm oil and textiles. Political stability. Following the recent elections, the new administration under President Prabowo Subianto aims to boost economic growth to as much as 8% during his term until 2029. This political stability is expected to enhance investor confidence. Challenges to growth. While Indonesia's economic outlook is positive, several challenges must be addressed. Inflationary pressures. Rising food prices have contributed to inflation, which averaged around 3% in 2024. Managing inflation while stimulating growth will be critical for policymakers. Inequality and regional disparities. There are significant income disparities across regions, which could hinder overall economic progress. The government aims to reduce these disparities through targeted investments and social programs. Geopolitical uncertainty. Global geopolitical tensions can impact Indonesia's trade relationships and foreign investment flows. The country must navigate these complexities carefully to maintain its growth trajectory. Future prospects. Looking ahead, Indonesia has ambitious plans for economic development. The government aims to elevate the country from middle-income status to high-income status by 2045, with GDP projected to reach 9.1 trillion US dollars by that time. Continued investment in infrastructure, education, and technology will be essential for achieving these goals. Number 6. Libya, a nation on the path to recovery. Libya's economy has been heavily impacted by years of conflict and political instability, but is now showing signs of recovery. With vast oil reserves that account for a significant portion of its GDP, Libya is poised for growth as stability returns to the region. Key drivers of growth: oil production. Libya holds the largest proven oil reserves in Africa, making oil production a cornerstone of its economy. In recent years, increased production levels have contributed significantly to GDP growth. Reconstruction efforts. Following years of conflict, Libya is focusing on rebuilding its infrastructure and public services. International aid and investment are critical components of this recovery process. International relations. Improved diplomatic relations with other nations have opened avenues for foreign investment and trade partnerships, which are essential for diversifying the economy beyond oil dependence. Challenges to growth. Despite its potential for recovery, Libya faces numerous challenges. Political instability. Ongoing political fragmentation poses risks to economic stability and investor confidence. Establishing a unified government remains crucial for long-term growth prospects. Security concerns. Security issues continue to affect business operations and foreign investment in Libya. Ensuring a stable security environment is vital for attracting investors back into the country. Economic diversification. Reliance on oil makes Libya vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. Diversifying the economy into sectors such as agriculture and tourism will be essential for sustainable growth. Future prospects. Libya's economic future hinges on its ability to stabilize politically and improve security conditions. If successful, the country could see significant growth driven by oil revenues and reconstruction efforts. Number 5. Senegal, a rising economic contender. Senegal's economy has been on an upward trajectory, with real GDP growth projected at approximately 6% for 2024. This growth is driven by various sectors, including agriculture, mining, and services. Senegal's strategic location as a gateway to West Africa enhances its trade potential and investment attractiveness. Key drivers of growth. Agricultural sector growth. Agriculture plays a vital role in Senegal's economy, contributing around 15% to GDP. The government has implemented policies aimed at boosting agricultural productivity through investments in irrigation and technology. Natural resource exploitation. Senegal is rich in natural resources such as phosphates and minerals. The recent discovery of significant oil and gas reserves off its coast has generated excitement about future economic prospects. These resources are expected to attract foreign investment and drive economic diversification. Infrastructure development projects. Major infrastructure projects like the Dakar-Nidio Toll Highway are enhancing connectivity within the country and facilitating trade with neighboring nations. Improved infrastructure is critical for supporting industrialization efforts. Tourism sector potential. Senegal's rich cultural heritage and natural beauty make it a prime destination for tourism. The government is actively promoting tourism as a means of diversifying the economy and creating jobs. Challenges to growth. Senegal faces several challenges that could impact its growth. Youth unemployment. Despite having a young population, unemployment rates remain high among youth due to a lack of job opportunities that match their skills. Addressing this issue requires targeted policies focused on job creation. Political stability concerns. Political tensions can affect investor confidence and economic stability. Ensuring a stable political environment is essential for attracting foreign investment. Climate change vulnerabilities. As an agrarian economy, Senegal is vulnerable to climate change impacts, such as droughts and floods that can disrupt agricultural production. Implementing climate adaptation strategies will be crucial for long-term sustainability. Future prospects. Senegal's economic outlook remains positive with ongoing investments in infrastructure and natural resource development expected to drive growth in the coming years. The government's commitment to diversifying the economy beyond traditional sectors will enhance resilience against external shocks. Number 4. Vietnam, a rising economic power. Vietnam's economy has shown impressive growth, with projections indicating a GDP growth rate of 6.4% in 2024 and 6.6% in 2025, according to the Asian Development Bank. This growth is primarily driven by a robust export-led manufacturing sector and increasing domestic consumption. The country has successfully navigated economic challenges, including the impacts of global inflation and supply chain disruptions. Key drivers of growth. Export-led manufacturing. Vietnam has become a global manufacturing hub, attracting significant foreign direct investment (FDI). The country benefits from its strategic location and competitive labor costs, making it an attractive destination for multinational corporations seeking to diversify their supply chains. Strong trade performance. Vietnam's exports have surged, with a reported increase of 15.68% year-on-year in 2024. Key export products include electronics, textiles, and agricultural products. The government's efforts to secure trade agreements have further enhanced its market access. Government investment in infrastructure. The Vietnamese government has prioritized infrastructure development to support economic growth. Investments in transportation, energy, and urban development are crucial for improving connectivity and facilitating trade. Resilience in domestic consumption. Despite external challenges, domestic consumption has remained strong. The government's fiscal stimulus measures have bolstered household spending, contributing significantly to GDP growth. Challenges to growth. While Vietnam's economic outlook is positive, several challenges could impact its growth trajectory. Inflationary pressures. Rising food prices and global inflation have affected consumer purchasing power. In 2024, inflation is projected to stabilize around 4%, but managing price stability remains a priority for policymakers. Dependence on foreign investment. While FDI has been a key driver of growth, over-reliance on foreign capital could pose risks if global economic conditions change or if geopolitical tensions escalate. Environmental concerns. Rapid industrialization has led to environmental degradation. Sustainable development practices are necessary to mitigate the impact on natural resources and public health. Future prospects. Vietnam aims to achieve high-income status by 2045 through sustained economic reforms and investments in technology and human capital. The government's focus on enhancing the business environment and fostering innovation will be critical for maintaining growth momentum. Number 3. Bangladesh, an emerging economic contender. Bangladesh has experienced remarkable economic growth over the past decade, with GDP growth projected at approximately 6.5% for 2024. The country's economy is characterized by a robust garment industry, remittances from overseas workers, and increasing domestic consumption. Key drivers of growth. Garment industry dominance. Bangladesh is one of the world's largest garment exporters, contributing significantly to GDP and employment. The sector has shown resilience despite global challenges, with strong demand from international markets driving production. Remittances. Remittances from Bangladeshi workers abroad play a crucial role in supporting the economy. In 2024, remittances are expected to reach record levels, providing essential foreign exchange reserves and boosting domestic consumption. Infrastructure development initiatives. The Bangladeshi government has invested heavily in infrastructure projects aimed at improving transportation networks and energy supply. These initiatives are vital for supporting industrial growth and attracting foreign investment. Growing middle class. An expanding middle class with increasing purchasing power is driving demand for goods and services across various sectors. This demographic shift presents opportunities for businesses operating within Bangladesh. Challenges to growth. Despite its impressive growth trajectory, Bangladesh faces several challenges. Political instability. Political tensions can create uncertainty for investors and hinder economic progress. Ensuring a stable political environment is essential for sustaining growth. Vulnerability to climate change. As one of the countries most affected by climate change, Bangladesh faces significant risks from natural disasters such as floods and cyclones. Implementing climate adaptation strategies is crucial for long-term sustainability. Infrastructure gaps. While progress has been made in infrastructure development, significant gaps remain that could impede economic growth if not addressed promptly. Future prospects. Bangladesh's economic outlook remains positive as it continues to leverage its strengths in the garment sector while diversifying its economy into new areas such as information technology and pharmaceuticals. The government's commitment to sustainable development will be key to ensuring long-term resilience against external shocks. Number 2. Guyana, an economic boom fueled by oil. Guyana has experienced an extraordinary economic boom in recent years, primarily due to its significant oil discoveries and subsequent production increases. The country's GDP grew by an astounding 49.7% in the first half of 2024, with projections estimating an annual growth rate of approximately 42.3% for the entire year. This remarkable growth is not solely attributed to oil. The non-oil economy also posted a robust growth rate of 12.6% during the same period. Key drivers of growth: oil and gas sector expansion. The discovery of large offshore oil reserves has transformed Guyana into one of the world's fastest-growing economies. Oil production is projected to reach 228 million barrels in 2024, with the sector accounting for about 67% of GDP growth in 2024. The government's focus on ramping up production has attracted significant foreign investment and expertise. Infrastructure development. To support its burgeoning economy, Guyana is investing heavily in infrastructure projects. A $950 million infrastructure plan aims to enhance transportation networks and public services, which is crucial for sustaining economic growth beyond the oil sector. Diversification efforts. While oil is the primary driver of growth, Guyana's government is committed to diversifying its economy. Initiatives include investments in agriculture, information technology, and business process outsourcing (BPO). The establishment of BPO campuses is expected to create approximately 15,000 jobs, further stimulating economic activity. Foreign investment. Guyana has become an attractive destination for foreign investors due to its favorable investment climate and abundant natural resources. The government's proactive approach to creating a conducive environment for business has led to increased capital inflows. Challenges to growth. Despite its impressive growth trajectory, Guyana faces several challenges. Economic dependence on oil. With oil exports accounting for nearly 88% of total exports, there are concerns about over-reliance on a single commodity. Fluctuations in global oil prices could adversely affect the economy. Environmental concerns. Rapid industrialization and oil extraction pose significant environmental risks, including deforestation and pollution. The government must balance economic growth with sustainable practices to protect its natural resources. Social inequality. While economic growth has been substantial, disparities in wealth distribution remain a challenge. Ensuring that all segments of society benefit from this growth will be crucial for long-term stability. Future prospects. Guyana's future looks promising as it aims to leverage its oil wealth for broader economic development. The government plans to use oil revenues to invest in education, healthcare, and infrastructure, laying the groundwork for a more diversified economy. If managed effectively, Guyana could transition from being one of South America's poorest countries to a prosperous nation within a few decades. Number 1. Macau. Macau's economy is characterized by its heavy reliance on tourism and gaming, which have historically been the backbone of its financial success. After facing significant challenges due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Macau's economy is rebounding strongly with projected GDP growth rates around 30% for 2024 as tourism returns and gaming revenues surge. Key drivers of growth. Tourism recovery. Macau is known as the gambling capital of the world, attracting millions of visitors each year. With travel restrictions easing globally, tourist arrivals have surged, leading to increased spending in hotels, restaurants, and entertainment venues. Gaming industry resurgence. The gaming sector remains a dominant force in Macau's economy. In 2023, gaming revenues reached approximately $14 billion, marking a significant recovery from pandemic lows. Continued investment in luxury resorts and entertainment options is expected to further boost this sector. Economic diversification initiatives. Recognizing the risks associated with over-reliance on gaming revenue, Macau's government has initiated efforts to diversify its economy. Investments in non-gaming sectors, such as conventions, exhibitions, and cultural tourism, are being promoted to attract a broader range of visitors. Strategic location. Macau's geographical proximity to mainland China provides it with a unique advantage as a gateway for Chinese tourists seeking leisure activities outside their home cities. This strategic location enhances its appeal as a travel destination. Challenges to growth. Macau faces several challenges that could impact its economic recovery. Dependence on tourism. The economy's heavy reliance on tourism makes it vulnerable to external shocks, such as pandemics or geopolitical tensions that could affect travel patterns. Regulatory changes. Recent regulatory changes in the gaming industry have raised concerns among investors about potential impacts on profitability and operational flexibility within the sector. Labor market issues. The rapid recovery in tourism has led to labor shortages in key sectors such as hospitality and services. Addressing workforce needs through training programs will be essential for sustaining growth. Future prospects. Macau's outlook remains positive as it continues to recover from pandemic-related disruptions. The government's focus on diversifying the economy while enhancing tourism infrastructure will be critical for ensuring long-term sustainability. If successful in attracting diverse visitors beyond traditional gaming clients, Macau can solidify its position as a premier global destination. Conclusion. So, guys, this was the best list of 10 fastest growing economies in the world. Hope you will like it and appreciate it. Guyana and Macau exemplify two distinct paths toward rapid economic growth driven by unique resources and strategic initiatives. Guyana's remarkable transformation fueled by oil wealth presents both opportunities and challenges as it seeks sustainable development beyond hydrocarbons. Meanwhile, Macau's recovery from pandemic-induced setbacks highlights the resilience of its tourism-driven economy while emphasizing the need for diversification. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icons for latest upcoming travel videos. Bye-bye. See you.